Well, Matt, first of all, welcome to Walsall Football Club. You must be absolutely delighted to be here.
Yeah, very much so. With football, it's all a bit of a whirlwind, isn't it? With the way that everything seems to be pretty much on top of you quite quickly. But no, really excited and honoured to be here.
And just talk us through about your ambitions for joining this football club.
I think that when you look at the stadium, look at the training ground, it's not a League Two football club, albeit at the moment that is the case. My ambition is to try and coach as high as I possibly can do, and I see this as a fantastic opportunity for me to gain some valuable experience. But ultimately, let's not look at anything other than trying to win football matches at the moment. So my idea is to bring an identity to the football club that the fans can resonate with, that they can be excited to see their team play, and I must reiterate, it's their team. And it's just important for me to be able to connect with them and try and deliver good performances from good players on the football pitch.
And as a coach, you've got quite an impressive pedigree about you. You would like that as a player, but for the fans who may not have seen your style out there on the pitch before, just talk us through what it is you're looking to implement here.
First of all, to sign good people for the football club and to sign good footballers as well. But in terms of the style, I want the football club to have an identity on the football pitch, for the fans to be able to understand the way that we're playing, and to see a free-flowing game, an attacking brand of football. But ultimately, I've said it before, my job is to come here and deliver results on the pitch. So what we've got now is a recruitment drive ahead of us to make sure that we can sign the best players that we can do within our remit, and if we do that, then to be able to coach them and to make them better, so on a Saturday we can go and have the best opportunity of getting 3 points.
And you mentioned that recruitment there, that's going to be key, isn't it, moving forward now, because there's just 10 contracted players at the club. And was that something that really stood out for you as something that you could develop then, because it's all about, bringing in your own style of player? Of
course, alongside Jamie, because I think that our relationship is key in terms of obviously recruitment of new players into the football club. Yes, it gives me the opportunity to sign players that can fit within the style of football that we want to play. Of course, that was a key factor in me wanting to come here. But when you look at the size of this football club, so take the recruitment of players away from it, the opportunity is huge. This is a proper football club, and for me, I've played here a few times. I remember playing here probably 20 years ago, and the stadium impressed me then. It impresses me now. So my job is to try and get good footballers into the football club, and get the fans coming back and get the fans excited to see a brand of football from a group of players that represent them.
And you mentioned the fans there. What is your message to them?
Please come and support us. Please, give us an opportunity to embed a style of football that they can be proud of, whilst trying to deliver results on the pitch. Fans have been away from football for a long time. It's been difficult because I haven't been able to go and watch football. It's been really tough, but the fans are the heartbeat of this football club. So I would urge them, if they can, to come back in their numbers. If there are any questions, I'm sure that during the course of the season there will be available for those. So it's just a case of trying to reconnect with football fans, because for the first part of the season, when we do have fans back in, it'll probably seem a bit odd, because we've all been so used to watching games of football and be able to hear everything on the pitch. It'll be nice to hear the fans singing again, and hopefully we can bring them a positive start to the season.
And you mentioned your own ambitions. You've obviously had chats with the chairman and the director of football, Jamie Fullerton. What did they say to you that really sold the club to you?
Didn't really have to sell it to me, to be honest. It's the opportunity that is really appealing to me, to have the chance of, in my first role at first team level, to coach a football team, to obviously try and be successful. I mean, I would say that selling this football club to anybody isn't particularly difficult, because it's rich in heritage, rich in tradition. It's just at the moment the results on the football pitch haven't been as the fans and as everybody connected with the club, the chairman, would have liked.
And it is going to be a busy summer for you. You mentioned about that recruitment drive, but as somebody's coming into, you know, men's football, like you say, it's the first time you know, head coach, manager in that capacity. It must be something that really excites you.
Yeah, I think to say I'm excited is an understatement. I'm under no illusions that it's going to be hard work. There will be bumps along the road, as there always is in football. That smooth ascent to the peak is never quite that way in as a player. For 20 years it was never like that. But what I do know, and what I can guarantee people, is that, or should I say guarantee the fans, is that we will give 100% as a group of staff, and the players will echo that, because it's a non-negotiable. If you want to play in a team that I'm head coach of, you must replicate what we're about, and as a group of staff we will leave no stone unturned in our pursuit of success at this football club.
And you mentioned the staff there. You bring in, you know, Neil, who comes in with you. How key is he going to be to you?
Huge, because Neil has, in want of a better phrase, worn every football t-shirt that's going, and he has experience that I don't. He has knowledge of situations in the game that I don't. I'm not naive enough to think that I know everything, and Neil is of huge importance to me. He's of huge importance to the football club, and he's somebody that I have 100% trust in. But what we've got here also, you have to remember, is Matt Sadler and Mike, the goalkeeping coach. They're two guys who, if I look at the experience again that those two guys have, they're invaluable to me and to Neil. They understand the football club better than we do at the moment, because obviously it's new to us. So I'll be leaning on all of the staff, most definitely.
I was about to mention Matt Sadler there, actually. You know, to have somebody who's, you know, been around the club for the past 2 years now, again, must be comforting for you to offer a level of, you know, continuity there, really.
Most definitely, and I've spoken to Sads on numerous occasions, and I will be leaning on him, and he knows that. He's also, if you like, a footballer that's coming to the end of his career and wants to start a new chapter. He's early on in his coaching career, and both Neil and I really want to help him, and that's vitally important that we do that. But I think he's huge in terms of understanding the club much better than Neil and I do. And obviously Mike, the goalkeeping coach, again, player that I played against quite a few times, exceptional goalkeeper, had a fantastic career, and in those members of staff, we're very fortunate, Neil and I, that we're walking into a football club where there are already exceptionally good people in place.